Today I am watching Peaky Blinders Season 5, Episode 4. Episode 3, it was Polly's birthday. We saw Mr. Gold go to Glasgow and try and avenge his son. And now the Peaky Blinders are at war with the Billy Boys. We saw Mosley has now started to get Tommy more involved in this fascist party, or is planning on starting one in the new year in 1930. So I'm very worried to see what's going to happen there. Lizzie and Linda both contacted divorce lawyers, and Lizzie ended up changing her mind about it and decides to stay, but Linda is still kind of in the wind. We have a vague idea of where she is, and obviously we saw what Arthur did to that guy who he suspected of even talking to Linda, so I'm very worried to see what that dynamic is going to be like. I'm really enjoying the series so far. Please, no spoilers. I know these are short seasons, so I'm very anxious to find out what each episode will be, because I feel like there's just so much happening in the show. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content.
My bullets ache to get inside your tinker head.
Oh my.
We are the Bricktonderry Billy Boys.
They do have their own theme song, that's for sure. Oh my, oh no! Is this a dream? What are we doing? He's got his white flag there. I don't know. There has been lots of alluding to Tommy possibly dying, so... Oh, he brought his own white flag. Okay, here we go.
Left me a hand grenade.
Sends his apologies. You left me landmines.
Yeah, exactly.
You stand in a yard full of scrap metal and stolen goods and you talk like a politician.
He is a politician, technically.
Full of black carriage with your body in it. Should you break the terms of the white flag?
He's prepaying this guy's funeral costs. Oh my god, the nerve!
It's my honor to represent.
Could you imagine? Hey, if you break these rules, you know, your wife can at least buy a dress for your funeral. Because we're watching you! Oh my god! Ah!
We can also offer him protection. One of the things I don't like.
Yeah, I'm still not... Like, I know their, like, financial situation, obviously, since the stock market crashed, but I didn't think they'd get back into, like, sports betting so heavily. I figured by this point they had plenty of other means to make money and other options, so...
He went downstairs. He killed them.
Oh my god, that's horrible. Tommy's hosting this town council, basically. Everybody's coming in to bring his woes. Oh, birds.
Their singing was the only pretty thing in my life.
I thought she was talking about kids. Still very sad.
We have your address. We will speak to your husband.
And they know how they talk.
You know, feathers.
The new ones I will call Thomas, Arthur and Finn.
Oh, she's naming the birds after them.
Good day, Mr. Shelby.
You take care, Mrs. Connors.
Yeah, he's like this Robin Hood almost, which we've seen before, but it's interesting everybody's literally like lined up talking to him and bringing in their problems. My husband was drunk and killed my birds. That's horrible.
Finn, yeah? Your lunchtime delivery. Bring her in.
Oh, Finn.
Heaven. Doesn't smell like heaven.
Yeah, why is he using a dead man's name?
What happened to Maggie?
You don't like me.
Oh no.
I like everything.
I feel like Finn's in trouble. I feel like something's going on.
Everything.
Oh my. Oh, Finn! Oh, shoot. Yep. Yep.
Go answer the phone, Mr.
Oh, no. I wonder if there was ever going to be retaliation from Chinatown, and here we are.
If you die here today, we'll bury your face down with no hands. You go straight to hell.
Oh my god. I was going to say, is that some part of, yeah.
Hold your fire, brother. Hold your fire.
What was that shot for? Did they shoot Finn? Oh god, they shot the ceiling. Cheese and crackers.
She fired into the ceiling.
Oh my god, that was close. That was a close one.
Finn's okay.
It's a good thing Tommy was there. Arthur would have been firing like crazy.
It is the purest opium that has ever arrived.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Held at gunpoint. Johnny's unloaded the cargo by the lights of lanterns.
Tommy already knows all about it.
Approximately £1,190,000.
Cheese and crackers.
Pockets.
That's terrifying. Yeah, Tommy's like, I already done my homework. I know exactly what I can sell this for.
This is a gift, Mr. Shelby.
Yeah, right. No such thing.
Gesture of goodwill.
What was he trying to kid here? Honestly.
Canals are the idea. Ah, Chang.
I feel like that Chang guy thought that meeting was going to go very differently. Oh, Polly. Those are very pretty shoes, and you just stepped in a big pile of poops. Yeah, see you later, shoes.
£250,000. That's half of what Michael lost in Chicago.
Oh, okay. He lost £500,000.
Reinstated in the company.
This period of quarantine will be over.
Okay, so this is for Michael to repay his debts. Okay. That's a lot of money.
I'm needed at a meeting. Let's vote. Those in favour?
Polly will do it because then Michael will be reinstated back in his position, and that's what she wants. Or not what she wants, but I guess she wants more than him being an outcast. Yeah, she's doing it for Michael.
Paul.
The man you cut went to the police,
Oh, he lived.
but we dealt with it.
Oh, I thought he died.
But they say his face is so badly cut, he's hard to look at.
I imagine so.
I would also say it is time to give up on Linda.
That's not gonna happen.
Good though, Paul. Oh, God!
No, I think if he could give up on her, then he wouldn't have chased after her in the first place. He would have just let her go with this new person, whatever it was. But he can't let her go, so...
And then you will marry and you will settle.
Marry? Marry who?
Polly? I think he's gonna say Polly.
Just let me understand you. Do you mean that Polly is part of this deal?
Does Polly know about this? That he's being offered up or, as a future wife?
But only if you agree to postpone any attack on McCavern until this business is done.
I don't think she cares about that.
Gypsy bride that's yours to give away.
No, not even a little bit. Tommy just wants to do what's best for business. Oh my.
Polly says that for now, love must defeat revenge.
I didn't think Polly was interested in ever getting married again. This seems very suspicious. Yeah. Tommy's like, yeah, you can revenge the death of your son when I say it's okay. Just put everything on pause until, you know, the world runs according to me.
And this date is your wife's birthday.
Oh, gosh.
It's just... Well, you see, I did some research into her.
He loves research, this guy. Yeah.
It may even be possible that as a younger man in Birmingham, I came across her.
Gross. I hate that he used that phrase.
Well, if you recognise her, maybe you can talk about old times, eh?
Yeah, he's thinking this is going to piss Tommy off, and he's like, I don't care.
And your wife's stepmother, Lady Curzon. All of whom you are...
Whoa, busted.
Country house, sometimes even in your office here in the House of Commons.
Oh my, so spicy. Taxpayer dollars.
You are invited to stay the night with whichever member of your family finds favour.
Yeah, Tommy's like, you're following me, I'm gonna follow you too. Like, that's not, this is, you know, goes both ways. You want me to share secrets? Well, I'm gonna find out some of your secrets too.
In society, you were judged by your hospitality. I would expect adventure.
I'd be sleeping with one eye open, Tommy.
Such rogues we are, aren't we?
Why does he always group them together?
Forbidding is forbidden. Should be quite a party.
Oh my god. I'm curious to see if this ballet will be this episode. I guess we'll find out. Or if that'll be next episode. But the fact that Mosley's going to be a house guest.
It wasn't the blue stone, Tommy. It was you.
Oh gosh, that's horrible. Oh my gosh. Tommy. I'm sure he feels guilty about Grace's death. And Grace's ghost has been making more and more of an appearance this season, so... Tommy gonna jump? Honestly? Oh my gosh. Grace. This has to be a dream. Yeah, he's driving the boat. Oh my gosh.
What's happened?
Nothing's happened. All right.
Is Tommy going to unalive himself? I don't know. Making me very worried.
I stood on the bridge tonight, Ada, and I looked down.
Oh, he really did that? Oh my gosh.
7 tons.
7 tons?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm curious if it was a medical doctor or if he was actually going to therapy. They had mentioned it before.
When that kid of yours arrives, keep it away from me.
That's sad. And I think it's because he's worried about the kid, not that, you know, he just wants the kid to be protected. Oh gosh.
Tommy knows what opium does to people.
Tommy knows what whiskey does to people.
He seems to be taking opium and whiskey.
You what?
I'll consult my wife.
Which is rare in this situation. Oh god, that probably feels horrible. It's gonna turn his hands all black, yeah.
I will take a check if it's guaranteed by our mutual friend in London, Mr. Mosley.
Oh god, spit shake.
Remember?
The job is haulage, supply, transport.
He's not lying, he's just not saying all the truth. Oh, there we go, okay.
Our room for entertaining will be twice this size.
Yeah, like if they go back to New York, what's Michael gonna do for work? I'm sure Tommy would set him up with something, but not as lucrative as this.
Maybe a princess or two.
And the painting on the wall will be of you.
Basically, yeah. He'll just become the new Tommy.
And it will be Michael Gray arranging the ballet.
Oh my.
Tommy B.
Where he wants to go to most?
And where does he want to go to most? Was it Gina the one taking out the hit on Tommy?
Actually, I think Mr. Mosley's a baronet.
Yeah, oh my. Yeah, that was very suspicious talk. Very curious.
Sir Oswald.
I'm pretty sure the last big party I can remember, he was having sex with Grace and telling them all to wait.
We hired them specially for those guests staying the night.
They do more than house cleaning, I'm guessing.
They're available.
Oh my.
In amongst the Romanies. And I too am unavailable.
I love Polly. Oh my. Okay, well, Mosley doesn't do drugs, but we know he likes other things, so.
So that's why you brought me in here. To lay your claim.
It's like, yeah, guilty as charged.
So, not only is the truce holding, but you two are actually doing business.
Tommy is above everything a businessman.
This man, it is proof of a connection between me and him. Something you could later use against me.
Very true. Very true indeed.
But now you will learn my weakness is a tendency to trust people. Do you have a pen?
I didn't think he was going to say yes. Okay.
Lizzie, if we were to strike from our guest list every man in Birmingham who you...
Oh, no. Shoot, Lizzie. This is going to get awkward.
For the champagne and brandy you bought me.
Oh.
As I recall, it was the booze that put you to sleep a little prematurely.
Oh, take that.
The dance is about to begin.
I'm sure Mosley hates that.
The beginning of something more. Happy birthday, Lizzie.
She's like, I may have needed your money before, but I don't anymore. So take that and thanks for the champagne. See you later. Bye. Yeah, I'm starting to suspect it was Gina on that ship who was talking about getting Tommy killed, and Arthur's having a snooze. We haven't seen Linda this episode, so oh my. Does Mosley know Gina? Is he going to know her? Oh my.
Queen, will you marry me? A poor commoner who loves you.
Who's this pulling up? Oh no, they always do this. They leave it to like the last bit of the episode and then something crazy happens. It's always when they're all together as well. Who's in the car? Linda. There you are.
Daryl, without you, I can't.
I feel like she's got a gun or something. We can't see her other hand. I feel like Linda's gonna do something.
He's as ugly on the outside as you are on the inside.
Oh, God. It's making me very frantic.
Arthur.
What? Who shot Linda? Linda's down. Polly. Oh, Polly. And of course, as the swan dies at the same time as Linda's shot. Oh, that's so weirdly beautiful at the same time. Oh my gosh. Oh, Linda. Having, them cut back and forth between Linda and the Swan. So that was my first time watching Peaky Blinders Season 5, Episode 4. This episode felt like it kind of took a departure. I felt like the first 3 episodes were kind of leading up to something, and then this one, it felt like we went back to something that definitely had happened in a previous episode, but I thought that they had kind of, that had been resolved, and now we see Tommy is getting involved with the Chinese and this opium deal, moving 7 tons of it. So I was thinking that we're going to be continuing more with Mosley, which we did see some of in this episode, and now everything with the Billy Boys is on hold because Tommy wants to do some business dealings. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what the next episode will be about. As we were watching the ballet, I was thinking, oh, we haven't seen Linda in a while. Like, I'm guessing she is taken off, and Polly was even telling Arthur, like, hey, leave it alone, let her go kind of thing. And Arthur says, I can't. And we clearly saw that in the previous episode when he attacked that guy who we found out his name is Frederick, and that car coming down the driveway, you're like, there's many people who could be inside who would want to hurt, the Peaky Blinders. And then we see Linda get out, and even when she has her gun pointed at Arthur, I'm sure has a weapon, and he's not drawing it, he's not fighting back, he's not trying to talk her out of any of this stuff, he's just closing his eyes and has kind of accepted his fate. And even when Linda says, now Frederick is as ugly on the outside as you are on the inside, I feel like, oh, that stung, and I feel like that's gonna sit with Arthur for a while. Then we hear the shot, and you don't know what's happened. We saw Linda go down, but we didn't know who shot her. I didn't think Arthur would actually shoot Linda. So to see Polly standing there, I was like, okay, we don't know if Linda is now dead. We don't know if she's hurt. Please, no spoilers. We'll find out. I'm hoping in the next episode. I don't have high hopes for Linda making it. I feel like Polly aimed and shot to kill, and that's going to be the end of Linda's character, which really worries me because what's Arthur going to do now? I mean, he was already in a tailspin, and now that if Linda's gone forever and he can never get her back, I feel like it's just going to send him even further down a spiral of crazy, reckless behavior. This episode, we saw again how Tommy puts business in front of everything, and how, he tells Mr. Gold, you have to stop avenging your son because what I want is more important, and my business needs come before your personal vendetta, and, we're going to do business with the Billy Boys, but then as soon as that's done, you can have my permission, and then you can go kill Jimmy and get revenge for them killing Bonnie. So yeah, it was just... And everybody listens also. I mean, you can't really go against him because then you're going to get yourself killed. And the fact that he was like, oh yeah, and you're also going to propose to Polly. We didn't get to hear Polly's side of it. We've seen Polly and Mr. Gold together before, so I didn't think Polly ever wanted to get married again. She hadn't really mentioned anything, so I don't know how much of it was Polly's idea and how much was Tommy's idea. It's impossible to know, as Tommy frequently lies. We found out that Lizzie and Mosley had previously spent some time together, and Lizzie's past hasn't been brought up in a long time. Obviously, through watching the show, we know what her past experience was, but it's kind of been forgotten. She's with Tommy now. She's moved on. So yeah, to have that brought back up, I just kind of felt like, oh, how's this gonna go? And I'm sure Mosley was, when he saw her and recognized her, was like, oh yeah, I've got one on Tommy. And that scene in the office when Tommy's like listing all the things he knows about Mosley, and maybe Mosley thought he had the upper hand and was like, well, I know this about you and this about you. And Tommy's just as smart. Like, they go back and forth. And we've seen that with Tommy and, you know, other rivals. He said before, kind of this like chess match where they, you know, one guy makes a move and then Tommy makes a move and then the other guy makes a move and they go back and forth. So I feel like they're pretty evenly matched. So far they've been pretty evenly matched with like going back and forth, but I'm very worried to see what the future is going to look like. And Tommy is starting to say some things in the House of Commons that are leading to a potential future in this fascist party, because that's, we know, is what's going to happen. And I'm curious to see if Mosley signing that check will come into play like he kind of predicted for himself. He's like, well, if I sign this, then there'll be ties to me and the Billy Boys and, you know, this Jimmy character, and that might hurt my reputation, so why would I want to put myself in that situation? And Mosley says his weakness is trusting people, but I don't think that's true. So we found out he's not interested in drugs, so we can check that off the list, I guess. It was interesting the fact that he was almost consciously aware it could potentially be a trap, but still did it anyway. Maybe he signed a fake name or something, who knows? But yeah, that was interesting. That scene with Michael and Gina at the house before the ballet. Gina seemed, maybe I'm just extra suspicious of everybody because the show has taught me to be very suspicious and trust no one, but it made me feel like Gina had set up this hit on Tommy. Like Michael was the one who was taking all this flack for it, whether he knows about it or not, I don't know. Maybe Gina's the one who orchestrated it when they were on the ship. I have no idea, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. And even when Michael tells her, you know, like, I'm gonna be selling these drugs, she does ask like what will happen if you get caught, but then her next question is like, okay, well, how much money will you make? Like, she seems very much motivated by money. And that shot of the two of them standing by the painting with Tommy and his horse, and Gina's like, oh, that could be you know, like that could be us, and it just them envisioning taking over Tommy's position already. And when Michael asks Gina, you know, where would Tommy be, that's why I was thinking maybe Gina's already planned for Tommy to be, you know, dethroned and removed from this situation basically, and Gina just says the place he wants to go the most, and I'm interpreting that as that he wants to die. We saw him like standing over the canal, he's got this gun in his drawer, and he's talking to Grace's ghost a lot. We also know he's been dabbling with opium, but this season it definitely feels like there's been a lot of suggestive dialogue that leads me to believe Tommy will either die at the end of this season or unalive himself possibly. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how Gina is involved, or if she's involved. Maybe I'm just being, you know, very suspicious of everybody. And during that scene when the ballet is happening and Gina and Mosley look at each other, maybe I'm reading too much into it, maybe there's nothing there, maybe they're working together, I have no idea. But yeah, it definitely felt like they showed us that, you know, everything in this show is very intentional. So I was like, why are you showing us them exchanging this look? If they don't know each other, are they going to be working together in the future? Is Gina going to, if she hasn't already, take out a hit on Tommy? I have no idea, but yeah, I definitely don't trust her as much as I used to. The show always does such a great job of, they save the, you know, big things for the very last, you know, few minutes of an episode, and that was no exception here, as we saw, you know, this beautiful Swan Lake ballet is going on, and we've got the juxtaposition of, you know, this beautiful swan and the red fabric coming out of her, you know, dying on stage, and then cutting to Linda potentially dying in the driveway outside. It reminded me of the previous season, the boxing match, when we've got, you know, Arthur in peril, and then cutting back and forth between the boxing match and Arthur and what's going on. And they did a lot of like very quick cuts and very frantic, you know, spinning around, and just really made the audience on edge. And you're like, what's happening? What's going on? Like, I want to see Linda, go back to that. And you almost wish you could like control the camera and see the scenes that you want to find out, but that's not the case. You're stuck watching what they put together for you. But I really think they do a good job of creating that suspense and tension and just keeping you waiting for that very last second. And then even once we see Linda shot, we don't find out it's Polly till right before the credits roll basically. But just such an interesting comparison of having, you know, Linda and the Swan, Linda possibly dying at the same time this swan is dying on stage. We also found out the dollar amount of money that Michael lost in New York, £500,000, which is crazy. I have no idea what that would be in today's currency, but a significant amount either way. And Tommy has found a way for Michael to pay that back, and it sounds like Michael is going to accept. And Gina had previously mentioned that she wants to, you know, go back to New York, raise this child in New York, but if Michael's got this offer, you know, to stay in the family family business. I feel like that's what's going to take over. So I feel like their plan to move to New York is off the table. Michael's like, we can go visit, you know, as often as we want. We can have our own private plane. Like, we're going to be insanely wealthy. Yeah, I'm very curious of what £1 million would have been per year in 1930. Like, that's insane. I can't even comment below if you know what that would be, but it's significant no matter what. Other than that last scene between the ballet and everything happening with Linda, I was feeling, okay, this is more of a slower episode. We're kind of just, you know, moving things along. Like I said, I wasn't expecting this Chinese situation to come up. I thought we were, you know, focused. We already had, you know, two enemies between the Billy Boys and Mosley, and now we're adding in the Chinese into the mix. And now Tommy is working with the Chinese. So yeah, I'm very curious to see. There's only a few episodes left in this season. Which of those avenues will become the main, if there will be one, you know, main villain, or if they all kind of combine into one giant storm. I have no idea. Or maybe working with the Billy Boys will be perfectly fine, and the Chinese will be perfectly fine, and it'll just be Mosley. I'm not too sure. I feel like with this season, they've kind of gone like slower episode, and when I say slower, I don't mean bad. I just mean they're like setting up the rest of the story and, you know, doing all those things the audience needs to know, have the backstory of, so when big things do happen, we understand, you know, the significance of it. This felt like a bit of a slower one again, so this is making me very nervous going to the last few episodes of this season, especially given everything that just happened with Linda and how Arthur's going to receive that and what that's going to look like. Overall, I enjoyed the episode. I'm very worried to see what the next episode is going to be about. Like I said, we've got these kind of three forces that the Peaky Blinders are now interacting with. I still don't have a prediction for the season finale. Sometimes there's an event like the horse races or the boxing or anything like that, but they didn't seem to be setting any of that up. And I was thinking maybe even, you know, this ballet would be the last episode, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see which one of these three pieces that's moving is going to come to be the big finale. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. They do have their own theme song, that's for sure. Oh my, oh no! He's got his white flag there. I don't know. He's prepaying this guy's funeral costs. She's naming the birds after them? Yeah, why is he using a dead man's name? Oh my, so spicy. Taxpayer dollars. They do more than house cleaning, I'm guessing. And of course, as the swan dies to like the last bit of the episode, and then something crazy happens.